West Virginia. It's a space for both Mountaineer Food Bank and Posey Food Bank to really tackle hunger here in all 55 counties in West Virginia. And we've been excited to be in this space, but we're much more excited with what you see behind us, which is made possible by this gentleman to my right and the West Virginia legislature for just putting their faith in us and helping us feed hungry West Virginians. So we're really excited to open this door and show you guys what we've been doing. Cindy, I'm going to hand it off to you to tell them a little bit about our work.
Well, I will tell you that since 2018, no one has supported hunger reduction in West Virginia more than Governor Jim Justice and the West Virginia legislature. I'm born and raised in West Virginia, have loved all of our governors, but Governor Justice is the first person to add a line item to the budget that supported the 2 food banks in West Virginia. The legislature has been a key part of that, understanding that we have communities that aren't made up of folks that just want to take, that are strong Appalachians who understand the need to get resources to improve their lives. The addition of this cooler is going to allow us to have the healthiest of food products, perishables, fruits and vegetables, to be accessed by our network of agencies in communities that we struggle to serve because of the limitations of cooler space. So on behalf of 270-some thousand hungry West Virginians, Governor, we thank you for your continued commitment to our state, to those in need, and to the 2 food banks. And thank you, members of the legislature, because we know how it works. We need you to partner with us, and if you guys would step up, please, to be recognized with us.
And this is all because of one thing, and I think this is a commonly shared value that everybody in this room has, is that we all believe that no one in West Virginia should ever go to bed. Governor?
First of all, y'all are too far away, but I'll talk loud, okay? Let me tell you this about this incredible cooler. There was a time, and I've got to tell you this story, so I've always got a story. But there was a time not long ago, well, a long time ago, I came up with this ingenious idea that we would grow sweet corn at Gap Mills, West Virginia. And we were going to plant 20 acres of sweet corn. And we did. And we didn't leave any roadways through it or anything. We didn't really think at all that, well, you gotta some way get through it to be able to pick it. So all of a sudden it grew and it was phenomenal. It really was. And so I went to Kroger's in Roanoke and said at their distribution center and talked them into coming and looking at it. And they did. And they said, it's unbelievable. It's just really good. And we'll buy it all. Okay? And I thought, man, I'm cooking with gas. At the time, I think they were buying it for 75 cents a dozen, and so I still thought that was fabulous, okay? And so, nevertheless, it kept growing and everything. Then they turned to me and they said, you do have a hydro cooler, don't you? And I thought, well, what? A hydro cooler? I said, I don't have any idea what a hydro cooler is, but I'll figure it out some way. And so what we did is we took a diesel tank and cut it long ways and put 4 by 6 foot blocks of ice in the water. And that was our hydro cooler, for real, for real. So I didn't have anything quite like this. But this is really amazing. That's all there is to it. It's amazing. But now, let's just step back just a little bit and think just this. And these great men, you know, are great friends. Moore and Glenn are really, really good friends. And the work they do is terrific. And the work that Cindy and Chad and all the great people here do, unbelievable. But it's still not enough. It's just not enough. Do we all not realize that in this great state, especially today, with the surpluses we have and all the good stuff we got going on, I mean, for God's sakes, a living, how can we really tolerate having people go hungry? We've got to do something about it. That's all there is to it. If it doesn't touch your soul, then you got something wrong with you. Now, there's no question that there's some people out there that maybe should be working or whatever it may be, that just don't have any get up about them and everything else, and we surely could employ them and everything else. But why do we need to focus on them? When it really boils right down to it, God taught us a lot of things that are even way better than focusing on them. We focus on all those that are really hurting, and they need us. They need you. And so for all you do, good gracious, I could never thank you enough. Baby Dog loves chicken nuggets, and so do I. And a lot of these folks may have never had a chicken nugget. All they want to do is not be hungry at night when they go to bed. You're really doing phenomenal work. You're doing God's work every day. It's really, really, really important. I could never, ever thank you enough. And I'm proud that you're just letting me just kind of go with it, because I'm really, really proud to be a part of it. That's all there is to it. So, let's cut a ribbon, okay? Baby, can you stay right here for 1 second?
Kevin, Jim, Chris, Jed, you make the magic happen up here, please.
I'll be proud to, but I'll tell you, I would just as soon y'all do it, because y'all are the best of the best.
All right, you guys that work up here, make the magic happen.
Come wherever you want me to.
Hey Chad, you can put the door up and have them go inside so they're facing out.
We can.
We're going to all go in and let you step this way. It'll be better for the camera. Maybe you stay right here just 1 second.
Cindy, you getting it?
I was trying to catch baby Jay on stage.
Montgomery tomorrow. Doing a produce market. Hopefully all this, produce tomorrow afternoon.
Well, y'all come out here. Come out here just 1 second. Okay?
Are we going to have a surprise?
Yeah, go right around here. This is something a little special, just as a little backdrop. But this is the emergency fund. This is the post-Perry emergency fund, or Posey Perry. The additional $10 million that we've got in the budget If things kind of fall down, you got another 10 million.
I don't know if you guys heard the governor during his State of the State address, but the story that he shared that was the impetus.
Let me
for
sit
his
down right
life.
here, guys. I got this crazy hip and it's crazy. Okay, go ahead.
I listened driving home and cried because Governor Justice will be known for a lot of things in his legacy as governor, but his attention to those in need, governor, will never be matched.
Oh, bless you, bless you, bless you.
Thank you guys.
Can I tell you this real quick about Posey Perry? He was my uncle. Now you meet a lot of people, and we all say this about our parents or grandparents or uncles or aunts, whatever it may be. Greatest person I ever knew, and greatest person, this person was unbelievable and everything. This was really a great man. He's 94 years old. He was the last of my mom's, brothers and sisters. Absolutely, he was a coal miner his whole life, and then he retired. He's a real Christian man, and a good man, somebody that truly tried to help everybody. I'll never forget a story he told me. He said there was a guy at the mines, and the guy came up to him one day and said, "Posey, can you loan me $20? And I said, "I'm not giving you the money, because all you're going to do is go out and buy liquor with it or whatever like that. I'm not giving you the money." And he said, "I went home and I started thinking about it, and I said to myself, it's really not what God wanted me to say." And so I went back to him the next day and gave him the $20. He said, of all people, he said, I never said anything like, you won't pay me back, this and that and everything else. But $20 then was all the money in the world. He said, I was the only man he ever paid back. He was a real Christian guy. But as soon as he quit working, I guess, at the coal mines, he started working at the food bank. It was the Huff Creek Pantry. And he worked there all the time, all the blooming time. And I can't tell you the stories and stuff of his life, but again, just like what you guys do, what all of you do, it is amazing. It's truly amazing. So anyway, in the State of the State, I thought, well, if I could get the legislature to go along, let's just take $10 million of the surplus money and put it in an emergency fund. An emergency fund. Just to backstop whatever it may be. And so we put it in there. And they were good enough to say, yeah, we're all in. And everything. And we named it Posey Perry. For a guy that truly, it's probably unbelievable the days that he spent at a food bank, at a pantry, trying to help people, just what you're doing. The biggest part of his life, in a lot of ways. So with all that being said, it's there. I hope we use all of it, and I hope we don't. And I hope what we do forevermore is every year we do the same thing, over and over and over and over. Because gosh, I just can't imagine. Your kid's hungry and you're trying to figure out how to buy the medicine or how to keep the lights on in the house to keep them from being cold. Come on. That's what we need to be doing. If I keep talking about it, I'll get all choked up and big tears in my eyes and everything else, but I love it. I really do.
Well, Governor, we're going to talk about you. Chad, would you read the message on the plaque?
We do have a special message. It's there.
And if we can name everything after you, we sure will.
But to share this message, so this is for Hunger Free West Virginia. This cooler was made possible because of the support of West Virginia Governor Jim C. Justice III and the West Virginia Legislature. No governor in our state's history has done more to fight hunger than Governor Justice. During his tenure, the state established financial support for the state's 2 food banks with a dedicated line item for community food programs, established a joint food bank facility at Rock Branch here in Putnam County, presented a direct cash infusion, never been done in West Virginia and has not been done much around the country, but a direct cash infusion to community food pantries through the allocation of $7 million in CARES money, and most recently created this $10 million Posey Emergency Food Fund. We all believe in West Virginia where no one goes to bed hungry. Our collective actions can end hunger in the Mountain State, and this cooler, as well as those mentioned above, play an important role in achieving that goal. Thank
It's all
you.
about these guys.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much. So much.
Waving baby dog, big day.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, like I said, we got to get on to something else because I'll have big tears running down my face. Y'all come up here and say hi to baby dog.
I believe we have something there.